two guys that didn't get in, Charles Haley and Michael Strahan. And this is where our little debate started. And I didn't even get to bring up the Charles Haley point. Because if you dare to sit here and try to tell me that the only guy in the history of the NFL to actually win 5 Super Bowl rings, didn't get in, you're going to tell me Strahan should have got in over him, I'm just going to shut your mic off.
Yeah, Michael Strahan should have got in over him.
Should have got in over Charles Haley.
Yeah.
One of the greatest defensive linemen to ever play the game of football.
And Strahan wasn't?
He's
the guy
not,
set the single season sacks record.
That's it, though. He's not even in the top 10 in career sacks.
You are outside of your mind.
You're really going to sit here and try to tell me that
What a homer you are. What a homer
Charles
you
Haley
are.
won 2 of his
Charles
Super Bowls
Haley
with
and
the San
Larry
Francisco
Allen.
49ers.
Charles Haley and Larry Allen. What a homer you are.
And you're any better than I am?
What a homer pick those are.
Oh, my God. You're so full of it.
I'm full of it. You're full of it.
You're arguing for your homer. Yeah, I'm the homer.
You're the homer.
How?
By sitting here and telling me Charles Haley deserves to be in over Michael Strahan.
How does he not?
How does he?
He has more Super Bowl rings than any player in NFL history.
He has those Super Bowl rings because of Michael Irvin, Troy Aikman, and Emmitt Smith.
Does that? Oh, and then what about the 2 he won with San Francisco before that?
What, in the 80s?
Yeah.
When he was playing with Joe Montana and Jerry Rice and one of the most dynamic offenses the NFL ever saw?
Oh, my God. And Michael Strahan couldn't even sniff a Super Bowl until he got Justin Tuck, O.C. Umenyiora, Eli Manning at quarterback. I mean, come on, dude. Don't give me that nonsense.
Never sniffed a Super Bowl?
He made the 2000 one where his team only scored 7 points on a kickoff. His defense got shat on by the Baltimore offense Trent Dilfer. Trent Dilfer at quarterback, his defense couldn't stop him. Come on. Stop it.
The man made 2 Super Bowls and won one.
Okay. Charles Haley made
set the
5 Super Bowls and won 5.
Sacks record.
I don't care.
That's a monumental record.
Okay, so sack record, most Super Bowls won by an individual player. Which one would I rather have? Come on, don't tell me you would take 1 sack record over being known as the only player to have more than 5 Super Bowls.
I'm going to propose it to you in a different way. Does Charles Haley deserve to be in over Larry Allen?
Yes.
Okay. So we can all agree that Larry Allen shouldn't be in this class.
I think Larry Allen deserves it over Strahan.
See, that's the homer in you talking again.
No, it's the realism of the fact that Larry Allen...
I feel like you're reading people the Iliad right now because it's just all homer with you.
Oh, stop it.
That was a good line, though. You gotta give it.
That was good. That was a good little metaphor. That was. But yeah, I agree. Charles Haley should have got in over Larry Allen. I don't agree Strahan should have got in over Larry Allen. I don't. I think Michael Strahan had a great career, but I don't think Michael Strahan did anything that was that amazing other than set the sack record.
In your opinion, Michael Strahan does not belong in the Hall of Fame?
And not as a first ballot. I just don't.
Okay.
I mean, I'm looking at, let's see, made the Pro Bowl 7 times, 4-time first team All-Pro, 2-time second team All-Pro, played in 2 NFC championships, won defensive player twice. That's impressive. 100 sack club. What do you 141. All right, so I was wrong on that one, though. He is definitely in the top 10 of, what do you call it? Quarterback sacks. I believe. Yeah. 200's the record. Yeah, he's got to be in the top 10. He's just got to be in the top 10. There's no way he's not. I mean, I don't know where he is in the top 10, but. And not to mention, you don't need that gap on a beautiful gold head.
Come on, they're not carving a field goal post between his teeth.
They better put the gap in his teeth. I guarantee you, he wants the gap in his teeth on his little thing. Whenever he gets that day, I will guarantee you, Michael Strahan, whenever that day comes and he gets his little induction ceremony and they unveil his little head, you know that gap in his teeth is going to be there. I truly believe that. I do. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, look, the Larry Allen thing can be argued. I don't know how you figure out a Hall of Fame offensive lineman, to be completely honest with you, because he's part of a unit of 4 other guys that they all sort of need each other. But 3 Super Bowl wins, and like I said, he cleared the way for well, I don't think Emmitt Smith's the greatest running back in NFL history, but one of the greatest running backs in NFL history.
He's a top 5er.
Yeah, I don't think he's the greatest. There's a couple guys I can name that I would put above.
Well, Jim Brown.
I think Walter
Payton. Well, yeah, for me, Barry Sanders has to be one of those guys.
You know, I always laugh because they played at the same time, but a lot of people are like, well, you know, like, and Cowboy fans.
My mom agrees with you, by the way. She thinks Strahan likes his gap.
He does. It's like my laugh.
But I don't think he would want his gap in a bust for all of eternity.
I'm telling you, he's gonna.
He's gonna want people knowing he's a gap tooth.
Yes.
Snaggle tooth.
You know how much money that made him after he was done with football? Just that little gap in his tooth?
The gap didn't make it. His personality made it.
It helps.
No, his personality's what carried him. He's a personable guy. He likes to laugh. He likes to have fun. That's what carried his after-football career. The gap on his teeth, nobody cared if he had a gap or not. He still would have been the same guy even if he didn't have the gap in his teeth.
You know what? My mom even just threw in the chat room that he could care less about the gap in his teeth. But he loves it, and he finds pride in it.
I find it funny. Our moms are going back and forth
It's
right
awesome.
now. Your mom says he cares less. My mom says he cares. So my mom says if you
It'd be great if they really started going at it. Well, no, Michael Strahan. No,
I find it funny that we're talking about the gap in Michael Strahan's teeth. But to get us back to the Hall of Fame, which we were talking about, some of the picks were great. Like I said, Larry Allen, I really could have done without.
Well, if you say that, then why are you okay with Jonathan Ogden? I'm curious. Larry Allen, more Super Bowls.
Yeah, but Larry Allen, doesn't he have the all-time record for holding in the NFL as well?
I have no idea.
All-time holding record? I'm pretty sure he does.
That would be something I would probably turn a blind eye to as a Cowboys fan. I'd be like, I don't know what you're talking about.
But I know what you're talking about.
At the same time, though, every single person admits it. There is holding on every play.
But see, I'm the type of fan that I look at it and like the Giants had a lineman for years, Luke Pettigrew.
Okay.
And a lot of people, when I talk to people, they like Pettigrew. Pettigrew to me was the worst offensive lineman I've ever seen in my life. And Fife argues with me that it was Roman Oben. But I will stand here, as I do every day, and tell you that Luke Pettigrew is awful. The Giants wasted a first-round pick on his nonsense, and worst decision they ever made. But Larry Allen is that type of player to me, that he was Luke Pettigrew-esque. He did things that made him look good, but he also hurt the teams. He hurt his team. And holding penalties, you hurt your team.
You do.
And I understand Larry Allen won Super Bowls, but the thing is, Larry Allen had Troy Aikman, Michael Irvin, and Emmitt Smith.
11-time Pro Bowl, 7-time All-Pro, NFL 1990s All-Decade.
7-time All-Pro isn't that, impressive.
1990s All-Decade team. 2000s All-Decade team. Played in 197 out of 203 games. And he actually only won one Super Bowl. He started with the Cowboys in 94, so he only won Super Bowl 30 with them in the 95 against Pittsburgh. And then played with them till 05. He got cut with the when Parcells came into Dallas and played his last season with San Francisco. Second round pick. I got his little Wikipedia breakdown in front of me right now.
Yeah, but the only thing you don't have is how many holding calls were against him. And that's my point. That's my point.
Let's see if we can find it.
I don't think you can. But I think Strahan's got to get in next year. I think I'll agree with you that Healy's got to get in as well.
Wait, hold on. I got something here.
You got something? What is it?
Yeah.
Share it with us. Share it with the public.
I gotta actually find it.
We want to know. We want to know. Everybody in the chat. We want to know. We want. I'm sure they care less, honestly. But
He is one of only 14 position players in the history of the game to be named to 2 all-decade teams, and the other 14 are in the Hall of Fame or being voted in this year with him, and that'd be Warren Sapp. He started 4 offensive line positions.
oh yeah, how we forget Warren Sapp?
I mentioned him.
Now,
but,
see, to me, Strahan should have got in over Sapp.
and you are so far off about Larry Allen, it's not even funny.
Am I?
Larry Allen gave up an average of only 3.2 sacks per season, best of any offensive lineman in his era,
He was good at holding.
and he had only 13 holding penalties in 207 career starts, including playoffs. Only 13 for his entire career. 207 games, and he only had 13 holds. So he would actually be on the complete opposite spectrum of setting records for most holds in a career. Now, does that change your opinion at all? Because that was your fighting card. That was your ace in the hole. That was your ace in the hole. The record for most holds, and now he's actually the only player to ever be that low. 13 holds in 207
That's all he got caught.
Oh, now it's all he got caught. I blatantly just said before, trying to fight for him, with the fact that everybody admits there's holding on every play. It's just whether they get caught for it. Trying to fight for him being the record holder for most holds. And then we come to learn that Mr. Treslar is beating up on my ex-Cowboy offensive lineman, future Hall of Famer this year, because he only had 13 holds in 207 career games. Boom.
You proved me wrong on that one, Dave. So
Whoa,
I eat my words a little bit.
I didn't prove you wrong.
The stats proved
The
it.
StarTelegram.com Larry Legends article proved you wrong.
Right.
I cannot take credit for that. I would like to sound like I'm really, really smart, but I can't. Let's be serious. That
Even
would be
still,
wrong.
though,
Still think Strahan should have got it.
Yeah.
Over.
Yep.
Now who sounds like the homer?